There is no central. In 2011, somebody took it down. Morning, thank you for watching. Bitcoin is very peaceful.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Real Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. I'm here living in Dubai, having a great time. Today we're going to be talking about wallets. What kind of wallets you can actually have, and what are the differences of each wallet, and what are the important things you want to know about each of the different types of wallets. Well, there's three different types of wallets you could actually have, believe it or not. You could have an exchange wallet, you could have a hot wallet, or you could have a cold wallet. And each of these wallets, right, have different advantages and disadvantages. And we're going to go over some of these advantages and disadvantages in today's video. One of the wallets, which is most popular amongst most people because it's easier for them to use, is, well, an exchange wallet. An exchange wallet is basically them holding on to your currencies, much like a bank does. Basically, it operates exactly like a bank would do, where you can actually, transfer the money, which is the crypto, to your personal wallet, your hot wallet or cold wallet. And that's the easiest way because, one, you can also quickly transfer to other assets such as USDT or just to the local currency where you are actually living. So that's another reason why most people like staying on exchange wallets. Now, there is a downside to all that because, of course, you get a lot of ease, right? Because you can actually move into another currency and move back into the actual cryptocurrency, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum or even Binance Coin. It all depends up to you what cryptocurrency you're using. And you can switch back to US dollars really quickly. Well, the downside, of course, to all of this is that, of course, it's all centralized, meaning that they can freeze your funds, tell you that you can't use your funds. This has happened a lot to a few of my friends as well. They've had millions of dollars frozen in whether it be BitGET, Binance, or any other exchanges out there because they decide, hey, you know what, you need to explain where you got all this money from, or it could be like, okay, well, we felt that this is some of the money that you sent us is been from some sort of illicit activity, and we've decided to freeze your account. They have to do it because they are subjected to government regulation and the government's pressure. So this is the downside of it. Now you could probably think, well, I'm not going to do anything illegal. I'm just going to buy some cryptocurrency. But if this happens to even the smallest of us, where we just put in a few $100s, and then they decide, hey, you know what, you can't have access to your funds. So make sure that is your downside of holding your cryptocurrency at an exchange. Another downside to holding a cryptocurrency at an exchange is it is a central location for thieves. It's easier for a thief to steal a whole pot of money than it is to steal your particular cryptocurrency pot. So when you store it on your own personal wallet, whether it be a hot or cold wallet, it's secured by you, and it's harder for a thief to go after just you. It's not impossible, but it's harder. So it's easier to them to go after a central point where they can actually steal everything. Now, yes, exchanges have been more and more hardened, but most of them, right, the easiest way to access them is through the employees. And that's that's why it's a lot easier, because you can just have to go after a few key people inside the company in order to gain access to a large sum of wealth. Now, moving on to another type of wallet, which is a hot wallet. Hot wallet is the next most common wallet that most people use. I use it myself to keep basically some cash. And a hot wallet would be something found on your phone or on your computer, where you would actually quickly be able to send and receive Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin, Dogecoin, or whatever particular coin that you are currently using. Most people use either BitPay or MetaMask. MetaMask is another famous wallet that's it's a hot wallet that's out there that people use. MetaMask is mostly for Ethereum and tokens that you receive, such as the VPAD token, which I'm also a sponsor of. You could also use other chains on MetaMask, right? Because MetaMask allows for you to use other chains, but that's greater than that's a more complex subject than we have time for. And so, yeah, MetaMask has a lot of features, but it doesn't have Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies such as Dogecoin, Litecoin, and so forth. Whilst, BitPay, also, though BitPay is one of my favorite wallets, its downside is that it doesn't have, Ethereum or other cryptocurrencies that are more famous. So it does have some of the big ones, right? And so BitPay is another hot wallet that you can use, so you can quickly transfer your cryptocurrency back to the exchange for trading, or to sell, to buy, or to just use to buy something else, basically. And it's very convenient to use these particular hot wallets. Now, the real downside to these hot wallets is that there's a lot of them, and they have different features and use cases for each of the wallets. For example, MetaMask is best for using for tokens and getting into token sales and so forth. Whilst BitPay is best for using for Bitcoin, right? So yeah, they all have different use cases. Another downside is that you actually have to control the funds, and you could easily lose the funds should you make a mistake transferring to any place else. So make sure that you check your address, and you check where you're sending, double check where you're sending any cryptocurrency to, back and forth to, because you could lose some money. Also, another way of losing money is because, well, these devices can be hacked. It's a little harder to do so on an iPhone or an Android phone nowadays. If you use the latest Samsung, then it's a little bit difficult because they have like a closed off area in most of these phones in order to prevent other applications from hacking in and taking your private keys from you, which is basically the key to all your money. You will, of course, need to, with both a hot wallet and a hardware wallet, store your seed phrase for somewhere safe, most likely in a safe. You could also do it inside of course, a safety deposit box, but I feel that that's a little bit overboard for most people. I think just buying a small safe and putting your hardware wallet in that safe is good enough for security. Now let's go on to talk about hardware wallets, which is the next advanced level of storage of your cryptocurrency. I believe that hardware wallets should be used for high security reasons, right? For example, let's just say you have a large sum of net worth, and you do not want it to be easily accessed. That's the best way to use a hardware wallet. You don't want to put in millions of dollars inside of a phone. You want to do it inside of a hardware wallet. So a hardware wallet allows you to have the most hardened security, right? Also, it's that much harder to attack a hardware wallet. It's not impossible, just this has the lowest probability of attack. And this is why I prefer hardware wallets for my large sums of money. And because of that, right, it is a little bit more cumbersome, right? You do have to take out a secondary device and connect it to either to your phone or to your computer, and then enter in a security code, and also connect it to that device in order to communicate, in order to send the transaction. So it's a little bit more effort and work, but it's well worth it because you're ensuring that your money is safe and no one can take it. And you do have to secure the 24 words or 12 words, right? Passphrase, just like you did with a hardware wallet, but you do have this added benefit of security, right? That no one can actually hack easily easily hacked, right? I mean, it will be a lot of effort to hack a hardware wallet, both physically, meaning that if you had the device in front of you, or remotely. It's next to. I can't think of a corner case where you can actually remotely hack a hardware wallet. And every day they improve these hardware wallets so that there is no way for a remote attack for hardware wallets. So it's the most highest end security. Just the only problem is that much more difficult to use. It's harder to use for the average person, right? And it's really difficult to use for an advanced person. But it is possible to learn how to use a hardware wallet, and it is the most highest level of security. Now, there are other wallets beyond the 3 that I mentioned, but those are the 3 you want to use. You don't want to use a paper wallet because a lot of things can go wrong with that. Too many things. So ignore the paper wallets. They're not that great. And so use a hardware wallet instead is what my recommendation is to everyone out there if you want to have the maximum security. All right, well, I hope you learned something today. I had fun doing this video. And remember, Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers.